Show because it means I get to sit in my little stool and have a little chat with y'all well, a couple thousand, but still intimate. I want to talk about this film I saw this past year that moved me tremendously. I remember watching the film in the movie theater, and the credits rolled, lights went up, everybody left, and I was still sat in my seat pondering about what I had just seen, because it touched on a very important subject to me, which is about mental health. And it's a subject that I feel like we're not super comfortable talking about all the time, but the truth is we should be, because it's so common. It's so common, Three out of four adults will experience a mental health issue in their lifetime. So we should not be afraid to talk about it and be there for one another and be there for ourselves. And I feel like every time we hear that word mental health, we contract a little bit, we get tight, we get a little bit. But the truth is, we shouldn't. It's okay. We all go through some stuff, And, for me, growing up being a competitive dancer, I was constantly being scrutinized and picked apart and judged. And I had this question always in my mind, always. Just in the back of my head, just, am I enough? Am I enough? Am I good enough? Am I worthy? And I promise I'm not fishing, I promise. But it was there, it was always in the back of my mind, constantly. Am I enough? And I created this belief within myself that was, in order for me to feel like I was enough, I had to achieve something. In order for me to feel like I was worthy or good enough, I had to succeed or be successful. And only then would I feel like I was enough. But the truth is, when some of those things happened, I accomplished some amazing things, and even when they did happen, it still wasn't enough because the belief wasn't there. And what I didn't realize at the time was that it's not about what we achieve in this life, but it's about who we become as people along the way. And I love you too. And what I realized was over time that I wasn't the only person that had that fear, that question in their mind, am I enough? And so many of us share that fear, share that question in the back of our minds. Am I a good enough mother, father, husband, wife, daughter, son? Am I enough? Am I good enough? Am I worthy? And for me, I had this really amazing experience actually with my dancers during rehearsals. By the way, how amazing are these dancers that we have? Extraordinary. And I was watching them rehearse and dance in the studio, and I got so emotional, I was so moved by what they were creating in there with so much passion. And I gathered them around in a circle, and I just told them, I said, I understand that we're in a very competitive industry, we're all competing against one another and doing this and that. And I just looked at all of them, I just told them, I said, listen, no matter what happens, you'll always be enough. Always, no matter what. No matter what. And we had this beautiful moment together as a cast, and it just really sealed this beautiful bond for the rest of this tour. And I just have to say, I love this cast so much, this amazing group of humans on the stage, from musicians to dancers, everybody. This has been an exceptional experience for me, and I just couldn't be more grateful. I love them all, I really do. And I guess that's what I would like to leave you with tonight, ladies and gentlemen, if I could. And it was a realization that I had that was really difficult for me to come to terms with, honestly. I fought it for a long time, but when I embraced the idea, it really was a huge insight for me, and I'd love to share it. And especially for those of you who might be going through some difficult times, or suffering in silence, or whatever it might be, doubting yourself. And it's this, that if you are alone in a field, by yourself, with no possessions, no achievements, absolutely nothing, just you, that you are enough. You always have been, and you always will be enough, no matter what. And somebody once asked me what I would tell my younger self, and that's what I would tell that little boy, is that he'll always be enough no matter what. And I truly believe in hard work and discipline and dedication, but I believe that if we start from that place, knowing that we're enough, we can achieve and do amazing things in this life. And, talking about that movie earlier, there was a lot of popular music in this film, and so I went straight home. I learned it on guitar. I serenaded my girlfriend in the kitchen.
I saw that.
She didn't pay any attention. But my dog did. He was like, "Good job, Dad." Oh man! But I recorded it with a friend of mine. I created this medley. I put it out there on YouTube. And these next few songs we're about to perform for you, I encourage you to perhaps think about somebody in your life that you could be there for, that might need just your presence, your love, your support, or maybe that you might need to reach out. And let me tell you something, there's absolutely no shame in that whatsoever. None. To reach out for help is the most amazing amount of courage you could possibly have. So, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here tonight. I really, really appreciate it. It truly does. I hope you enjoy it. Tell me something, girl. Are you happy in this modern world? Or do you need more? Is there something else you're searching for? I'm falling. And in the good times I find myself longing for change. And in the bad times I fear myself. I'm on the deep end, watch as I dive in. I'll never meet the ground. Crash to the surface where they can hurt us. We're far from the shallow now. In the shallow. In the shallow.